On Monday, rescuers seen dropping food, water, and a radio down to the married couple and another man. The Cuban nationals were dehydrated but not hurt, having survived by making this shelter and eating small animals and conch.
On Monday, rescuers seen dropping food, water, and a radio down to the married couple and another man. The Cuban nationals were dehydrated but not hurt, having survived by making this shelter and eating small animals and conch. Okay. Yeah, weird grammar, right? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Mary and the woman's name Mary, and even Mary, like merriment, they can all be the same pronunciation. It's an airy Mary. So Mary, would you marry me? Mary, Merry Christmas, and Mary, Mary, Mother of Jesus. These are all the same pronunciation. In this case, it's not marry couple. Oh yeah, happy couple. I love that. That was a mistake by several of you. I loved it. That's a beautiful mistake. It's actually married couple. That was a tough one. Cuban nationals, yeah, the S is a little bit tough to hear, but it is there. Survived by for 33 days. Great job. So many of you got that word. I had to check because he said small animals and conch. I'm like, what? And conch? What the heck is conch? Yeah, believe it or not, how old am I? I'm like over 50 years old. Until this day, today, I thought the pronunciation was conch. I thought it was conch. And I'm sure other Americans also say conch. But it's not. It's conch. Yeah, it's a hard CH. It's a K. Wow. So that was new to me. You guys did great. Did you know that? Wow. So in the glossary, in the answers glossary, there's a picture of conch. It's cool. Yeah, so we'll talk about this tomorrow. On Monday, rescuers seen. What's the grammar? How do we fix this grammar, right? Rescuers seen dropping food, water, and a radio dropping down. So the verb, actually, they're making a phrasal verb, dropping down, dropping something down. Delivering is what it means. Dropping food, water, and a radio down to the married couple. We got a stop D there. Married couple, and another man. 3 people. The Cuban nationals, and there is an S there. There's an S. The Cuban nationals were dehydrated. 33 days, no fresh water, but not hurt. Having survived, here's that grammar again. Is this okay? A lot of people will do this. They'll make a long dash. Actually, I know Coach Clive. Coach Clive hates this type of sentence, and he's right. This is really bad grammar. But we use it a lot, actually. So adding a dash might be beneficial to understand, but actually we don't need to. We probably should. Maybe in the future I will. This is actually very common, this type of pattern. It just doesn't work together, but we think about it and we understand. The Cuban nationals were dehydrated but not hurt, having survived by making this shelter and eating small animals and conch. So we'll talk about the sentence and the structure tomorrow. Just like here, married couple, survived by. We got to have a stop there. There needs to be a stop. That's that past tense. Survived by, having survived by making this shelter and eating small animals and conch. 2 times. On Monday, okay, so my dates are wrong. It's not Tuesday, Wednesday. On Monday, rescuers were seen. That's right. So you guys, what about this grammar? Why are we missing so many words and stuff like that? It's newspaper style, okay? Skipping the be verbs, going directly to these action verbs, keeping with INGs to give it more action. It sounds better. And yeah, it's more exciting, that's for sure. But the grammar is bad. But we call it newspaper grammar. Rescuers, and actually in this situation, I think R would be better because we're watching the video. On Monday, rescuers, I guess were because it's past tense. On Monday, rescuers were seen in the video. We can see it dropping food, water, and a radio down to the married couple and another man. Now, at the time, they didn't know it was a married couple and another man, just 3 people, right? But later they found out, it's a married couple and another man. And they're Cuban. The Cuban nationals, they're Cuban citizens, were dehydrated. Yeah, they needed water, but not hurt. After having survived by making this shelter and eating small animals and conch. All right, I have bad news for you guys. The small animals were rats. But hey, when you're hungry, and obviously, if you see a rat on a desert island, it's not eating garbage, right? It's probably a healthy rat. Sorry. So remember I told you yesterday, conch, that was a new pronunciation for me because I always say conch. Okay, I checked the dictionary. Yeah, both pronunciations are fine. Conch and conch. Okay? Now, wait a minute. Shouldn't it be plural? Was a question. And shouldn't we say conchs? Yeah, good point. If we say conch with a K pronunciation, the plural is conchs. We just add an S. Interestingly, if we say conches, C-O-N-C-H, same spelling, but if we pronounce the C-H, ch, and we want to make it plural, we need to add ES. So the plural of conch is conchs. The plural of conch is conches. Yeah, interesting, right? And both are correct. They both mean the same thing. But in this case, no. I'm sure a conch is a shell. You can see the picture in the glossary. It's a shell fish like a snail, right? I'm sure they had many, probably dozens, if not hundreds. They ate. I mean, you got to eat, right? So shouldn't we say plural? No. And the reason is like this. I love chicken. I love chickens. What's the difference? This is referring to the meat. This is referring to the bird. Okay? So when we specifically want to talk about the meat of a particular animal, I love pig. We don't really say that. I love pork. Okay? I love cow. And we don't really say that. I love beef. However, I love fish. Yeah, that means the meat. Although some people say fish plural is also fish, but fishes. So in this case, chicken and chickens is the perfect example. Conch referring to the meat in the conch. Conchs referring to the actual shells. So in our glossary, we see a picture of conchs. These are conchs. And the conch would actually be the meat inside. Okay? That makes sense? I hope so. So I'm learning a lot too with this one. And what about the water? Well, I guess, now I don't see trees, but they say, I guess these must be trees. They say that they had coconuts. Ah, yes. And of course, coconuts, I think it was Wei who talked about it. Coconuts have that water inside. It's very good, very nutritious water. So, they're really lucky to have that stuff. Anyway.
On Monday, rescuers seen dropping food, water, and a radio down to the married couple and another man. The Cuban nationals were dehydrated but not hurt, having survived by making this shelter and eating small animals and conch. On Monday, rescuers seen dropping food, water, and a radio down to the married couple and another man. The Cuban nationals were dehydrated but not hurt, having survived by making this shelter and eating small animals and conch.